critical importance of managing your mobile devices. Well, joining us today to speak about that is Ron Wilson, Director of North American Sales at SOTI. Ron, welcome.
Thank you very much, Russell.
Ron, I guess with that introduction, I suppose we suggested that managing mobile devices in the enterprise is in fact critically important. But walk us through, why is it imperative that you've got some type of management in place with this type of device?
Absolutely. It's very important to have a mobile device in place prior to deploying any devices into your corporation. By allowing devices into your corporation, you're giving them access to important, critical information that needs to be safe and secure. So these are assets that need to be managed. So how these assets are used, and again, what information they have access to.
Let me just ask you this. I guess part of the threshold question is, what kind of mobile devices are we talking about, incidentally?
We're talking any type of handheld computer. Now that can be a rugged device, okay, that historically has been in the enterprise, but now more so you're talking about BYOD devices, so the consumerization of IT, bringing in smartphones, tablets, other smart devices that individuals bring into the corporation that want access to all their corporate content within the enterprise.
You know, we're talking about bringing in a multiplicity of devices. My question is there any value in having a single management tool of all of these devices?
Absolutely. It's very important to leverage one pane of glass, one particular area to be able to manage and view all your assets across the enterprise. And a good reason for that is many enterprises have different business units, different agendas for each business unit. But the one thing that remains the same is the policies that need to be in place. They need to make sure that they have credentials to get access to the corporate network. So that holds true across all the different business units. So leveraging one tool set to be able to manage everything, regardless, it's still a mobile device, it's still a piece of equipment that's having access to your information to keep it consistent and secure.
Let me put on my potential customer hat. So you come to see me because I've told you I'm aware that my employees are bringing all manner of mobile devices into my enterprise. Their argument is that it makes them more productive and they want to use these things. I want to employ a bring your own device, BYOD strategy of some sort. Presumably you're going to tell me, fine, but a mobile device management solution is imperative. Now, why? What's your argument to me that I need to have that kind of solution in connection with my strategy?
Well, first and foremost, you want to enforce policy. And one of the first policies you're going to enforce is password protection. You want to make sure that in order for that individual to be able to have access to the corporate environment, they have to have a password in place. Secondly, in a BYOD strategy, you want to be able to deploy applications for line of business. They're coming into the corporate environment, presumably to be a lot more efficient. You can do so by implementing different line of business applications that they can use to enhance that efficiency.
You know, I would imagine a potential customer is going to say to you, okay, fine, but I want to know, where is it going to add the most value? What's your response?
I think that from the corporate side of things, where it's adding the most value, it's not a capital expense that needs to be put out to purchase this equipment. Leveraging the fact that the individual has already bought the equipment, has a data plan already in place, and for the corporation, it's more economical to provide a stipend to the individual to be able to utilize their own tool.
Let me put on a different hat now. Now I'm not the boss who's going to buy this thing, but I'm in the IT department. I've got growing security concerns, no doubt about it, because now everybody wants to bring his or her own device, you know, into the office, into the plant, whatever it might be. An MDM, a mobile device management solution, what's it going to do for my concerns in the IT department?
As an IT manager, a mobile device management system in place gives me the confidence that I'm able to push all my policies, keep all my employees through an MDM strategy in compliance. and have the ability, if a device gets compromised, to remove it from the system, thus giving the confidence to my managers, obviously, that all corporate information is safe and secure.
You know, we've been talking about all these different types of devices that folks can bring into the office, into the enterprise. But it occurs to me there is something about these devices we haven't actually addressed, and that is that they have different operating systems. So what kind of challenges are posed there to an MDM solution by all of these different OSs?
Yes, the introduction of new operating systems does present a challenge, and presents a challenge to the MDM companies themselves. It's our task to be able to keep up to date with all the latest enhancements. This industry is growing very quickly, very rapidly. I think one of past comments was that OSs are being released quarterly. Okay, so it is a definite challenge to the industry. Part of what we do at SOTI is we meet regularly with OEMs, manufacturers, to make sure that we have addressed all the latest initiatives and complexities of the OSs.
Ron, SOTI is one of many players in the MDM industry. So if I'm looking to invest in this type of solution, I'm looking to spend some money here, what do you tell me are the criteria that I need to evaluate before I can make an informed decision about this kind of investment?
Absolutely. There are many players in this industry, and more so in the last couple of years, exponentially has increased. What you need to look for when choosing an MDM provider is a track record. Okay, how long have they been in business? Okay, what is their history? SOTI as a company has been in business over 13 years and providing solutions to all the major rugged manufacturers, and now more so in the BYOD consumer space. You need to look at the agenda of the MDM company. Some of them are in for an exit strategy. Others are in for the long haul. You need to look at what areas they address. Maybe they're only focused on BYOD. You need to consider a company that is addressing the enterprise-wide solution, as opposed to just focusing on a particular niche.
You know, what I'm hearing is that BYOD is a good thing. It can enhance productivity, but it's something that you've got to be responsible about in terms of managing it. Ron, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to visit with us and to discuss these issues. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Russell. It's been a pleasure.
That's Ron Wilson in SOTI, in walking us through just how critically important it is to manage the mobile devices in your enterprise. Thank you for watching.